Today we're going to compare the Bugaboo Fox 5 with the new version of the Cybex Balios S Lux, two models that, despite being sold for radically different prices, share some similarities in both chassis design as well as the sort of use and lifestyle they appeal to. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending by bringing in price and discussing which might make the better purchase. And starting off with the Fox 5, the model weighs in at between 10.4 and 12.2 kilos, depending on whether it's configured with the seat or bassinet, and falls down to 44 by 60 by 90 centimeters as a single piece. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 10 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. With regards to child comfort, the Fox comes with both the seat and bassinet included and attachable to the same frame. The model has a fixed bucket seat design with an inside width of 36 centimeters and a total maximum length of 104, measured by adding up the lengths of the backboard, baseboard, leg rest, and space beneath the canopy. The Fox's textiles have a high-quality, luxurious feel in my opinion. The 5-point harness is easy to use, expandable, and set up in such a way that the belts hold themselves out from the seat back, so that you don't have to fumble for straps under your kid. And the canopy is extendable and provides excellent sun coverage. Moving on to parent comfort, the Fox's handle is adjustable between 92 and 108 centimeters, and the model has a decently large and accessible shopping basket. The Fox folds down via a one-handed folding process and can be folded down to a single standing piece with either the seat or bassinet. When it comes to how the model feels to use, the Fox has a strong, substantial feel with well-fitted elements that aren't noisy or loose, and the use of lighter weight components, in particular the plastic joints, as well as the suspension built into the central bar, give the model a slightly lighter and springy feel versus a lot of other models on the wider market with a similar size and weight. When it comes to longevity, the Fox is sturdily built with well-fitted elements, good cross support, and a redesigned folding system versus earlier iterations of the model that is simpler in design and has more components made of metal, and as a result, there aren't really any clear problem areas with this newest version of the model that I would be specifically concerned with wearing down too fast. Added to this are a 4-year warranty, a history of good customer service, and the fact that Bugaboo has shown themselves to keep spare parts available for models many years after they've gone off the market. As far as driving performance goes, the Fox excels at tackling both tougher conditions like cobblestones, gravel, and even off-road trails, provided that they're not too rough, of course, while simultaneously is also quite light to maneuver on smoother terrain as well. Shock absorption is spread across the model, where the main suspension is in the central bar, which is then aided by additional suspension lower down, the choice of tires, and the ability of its many strong plastic joints to flex as they absorb jolts from bumpy ground. Moving on, the Balios weighs in at a similar 11.7 kilos, but folds down to a smaller 40 by 48.5 by 65 centimeters, with the seat attached. Weight capacity-wise, it can take the same 22 kilos in the seat and 10 kilos in the shopping basket. The Balios' Lux seat has a more adjustable design than the Fox, and is, as a result, capable both of reclining to a near-flat position, as well as folding down the leg rest so that older children can use the front frame-mounted footrest. That being said, the trade-off for these features is a smaller seat frame overall, with 8 centimeters less width and a total length for the sitting surface of 99 centimeters. The textiles and harness are also a bit less premium feeling than with the Fox in my opinion. The Fox's 5-point harness and the fact that the harness holds itself out from the seat back being worth a bit more in my view versus the Balios' ability to tighten the belts via a central strap. The canopy on the Balios gives a bit less coverage when fully extended, though it's still more than adequate, and the Lux version of the Balios doesn't come with a bassinet of course, but I would note here, however, that there is also the Balios 2-in-1 for parents who would rather have a seat and bassinet setup more similar to what you get with the Fox. Looking at parent comfort, the Balios has a somewhat smaller range of handle height, 99 to 109 centimeters, while the shopping basket is more or less equally large and easy to access. The Balios also folds one-handed, but is more compact when folded, due to the seat frame folding as well and not protruding from the folded package. As far as how the model feels to use, the Balios is also a sturdy, substantial-feeling stroller in comparison to the wider market at least, but has a looser handle than the Fox and does generally feel a tier down or so in terms of quality of manufacturing. Looking at durability, the Balios is decently built, exceptional within its own price class, and I don't anticipate problems with most areas of the chassis. Though, versus the Fox, I would note that, in my opinion, the handle is a bit more likely to loosen further over time, the seat frame is more fragile and complex than the Fox's, and the front wheels sit a bit looser in their housings, which can also sometimes be a wear concern down the line. And there's also the matter of the difference in guarantee, only 2 years for the Balios, as well as less spare parts accessibility when looking at the long run. Lastly, as far as driving goes, while the Balios' suspension-loaded support struts may make it a little more noticeably bouncy when comparing the two models on the shop floor, the Balios feels a bit less suspended when strolling out in the real world, and also has reduced terrain capability as a result of its smaller wheels, making it a bit more of a dedicated urban model, capable of handling cobblestones, snow, and city park trails, but not quite the fully versatile, hybrid city and off-road hiker that the Fox is. So which one of these should you get then? Price aside, my personal opinion is that the Fox 5 is a better model, having better terrain capability, more kit with purchase, a more premium feel, and a much better guarantee. But that being said, it is around 3 times the price, and it's honestly a bit hard to say whether the differences really account for 3 times the value. And so, as a result, I'm not going to make a firm recommendation either way. The Fox 5 is a luxury purchase. It's one of the best reversible seat, single-child models out there, for parents who get around a lot on foot and really need that good balance between off-road and city comfort capability. And it is worth the price, in my opinion, if you can afford it. But at the same time, the new version of the Balios S Lux is actually underpriced, in my opinion, in terms of the quality of the build versus the wider market. And if price is an important factor for you, then it's worth noting that it's definitely one of my current favorites within its lower price class. In any case, I hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.